Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I will narrate an exciting fiction story. I sincerely hope that you guys would enjoy this. So, without wasting any more time, let's begin this adventurous journey. Chapter 1. A Mysterious Figure. In an unknown corner of the world, Rahul, a young boy, often visited the coast in the evening. The calm weather and beauty of the setting sun provided him mental peace. As night fell and darkness enveloped the coast, he suddenly heard splashes in the water. He was shocked to see a massive shadowy figure which was quite far away. As it drew closer, Rahul's heart raced. Before him stood a mysterious ship. Despite his fear, he boarded the ship out of curiosity. The ship was empty with no one on board. It seemed very old, with cracks in the wood and spider webs all around covered in dust. Upon exploring the ship, Rahul discovered a strange door with carvings of aquatic creatures. Taking a deep breath, Rahul turned the handle and opened the door. In that very moment, everything changed. Chapter 2. The Trap. Stepping through the door, Rahul found himself on another ship, but this one was anchored in a water kingdom. He peeped through the ship and saw something which was unbelievable. The houses were floating in water, connected by networks of canals. There were no roads. Instead, the boats were the only way of transport. Rahul was puzzled. Noticing the absence of people and no boat in sight, Rahul decided to wait till the morning on the ship itself. As he explored the ship, he found another door, this time with carvings of cactus and other plants. He opened the door and now he found himself on yet another ship, but this time stranded in a vast desert. Rahul got terrified as every door led him to a different location. He felt trapped in an endless loop. Chapter 3. A Link. Rahul decided to explore this ship as well. To his surprise, he found one more door, this time with engravings of soldiers, shields, and swords. Rahul opened the door, and bingo! This time he reached back onto the familiar shores of his homeland. That night, Rahul couldn't stop thinking and came to a conclusion that these three places were somehow connected. To find the answers, the very next day, early morning, Rahul decided to enter the Water Kingdom once again. Chapter 4. The Aqua Kingdom. As soon as Rahul set foot on the shores of the Water Kingdom, he was captured by guards and taken to the royal palace. The king questioned him about his identity and how he reached here. Nervously, Rahul told the entire story. "Do you think I would believe your ridiculous story?" yelled the king. Immediately, an elderly woman stepped forward from the crowd. "Where is your homeland, boy?" she asked. Rahul replied, "I came from the land of warriors." The elder woman was shocked and requested the king that she wanted to talk to the king in private, to which he agreed. Chapter 5. The Kingdom's Tour. After listening to the old woman, the king released Rahul and ordered his royal men to give him a tour of the kingdom. Rahul was confused as to what was happening here. Anyways, the royal men explained him that this kingdom survived on water, the very essence of life. Children enjoy the water sports, water rides, and several other activities. The kingdom was famous for its rice production thanks to the abundance of water. During the tour, the royal men served Rahul the famous fish food of this kingdom. While exploring the kingdom, some strange feeling enveloped around him. Rahul felt that something was wrong here. Chapter 6, A Threat. The royal men rushed to the kingdom carrying Rahul. They said that he became unconscious, maybe because of fatigue. The king ordered the royal men to take Rahul to a separate room in the palace so that he could rest. Meanwhile, the royal men reported to the king that neighboring cities, jealous of their prosperity, were plotting against our kingdom. They were hoarding water and had decided to cut off trade with us. The next day, the kingdom faced water shortage as it was diverted to the neighboring cities. The citizens struggled and were forced to buy water from the neighbors at very high prices. Unable to tolerate this injustice, the king planned to attack the neighboring cities. Chapter 7, The Water Battle. So, a full scale battle was initiated. There were warships, cannon fires, and in the chaos, the barriers protecting the water storage tank were shattered, causing enormous volumes of water to overflow, flooding the Aqua Kingdom and the neighboring lands. Water, once a source of life, now became a destructive weapon. The king watched the devastation with a heavy heart. The irony was, water, their greatest treasure, had turned against them. The battle ended with the king saving his own people. But he had a huge heart. He pondered that the leaders of the neighboring lands might be wicked, but ultimately it was the innocent citizens who were suffering. In a surprising turn, the king sent boats laden with supplies and offered shelter to those homeless people of the neighboring lands. This act of kindness kind of reduced the rift between the kingdoms, sowing seeds of hope. Chapter 8, A New Beginning. As the situation got under control, the neighboring cities slowly began to rebuild. Witnessing the destruction brought on by their leaders' greed, the citizens recognized the value of cooperation over competition. The Aqua Kingdom emerged as a symbol of unity and compassion. After the battle, the king thought of visiting Rahul. The king was shocked, as Rahul was still unconscious. The king suspected that something was wrong and called the doctor. The doctor revealed that Rahul was given some sedative medicine and thus administered the antidote. After some time, Rahul opened his eyes. He seemed confused, and after fully gaining consciousness, he informed the king that the royal men were the true instigators behind the conflict. Rahul further revealed that during the tour, he had overheard their discussions about manipulating both the sides for their gain. Chapter 9, The Traitors. Stunned by the betrayal, the king called a meeting with his loyal advisors and the leaders of the neighboring cities and explained the situation to them. Rahul had an idea about the hiding spots of the royal men. So, the combined army searched those areas, and bingo, the royal men got caught. These traitors then finally revealed that they wrongly informed the king about the neighboring cities, how they created artificial shortage of water, even broke the barriers of the storage tank. And yes, last but not the least, they tried to protect themselves by adding sedative medication in Rahul's fish food. So, the king and the leaders of the neighboring cities forged a new bond, sharing resources and ensuring fair water distribution. Chapter 10, The Connection. The king apologized to Rahul for his earlier behavior and thanked him. Why did you decide to release me? I couldn't understand, asked Rahul. The king finally told the tale the old woman had shared with him earlier. The king said, 500 years ago, our ancestors and your homeland were great allies. When we faced a great enemy, we had sent 3 ships seeking help. Only one returned, which is still anchored in our kingdom presently. Our ancestors lost that battle and believed that other 2 kingdoms had abandoned us. It is said that someday in the future, a young boy from the land of warriors will come to save this kingdom and rekindle that forgotten broken bond. So now, after 500 years, it became clear that those two ships were attacked even before they reached the Sand Kingdom and the land of warriors. Rahul finally understood that the ship which reached his homeland in the present was that same ship which was sent 500 years ago, and the second ship, which didn't return, was currently stranded in the desert. Rahul finally understood the connection between the three ships. Chapter 11, The Water Crystal. Finally, it's time to say goodbye. The king and his loyal advisors escorted Rahul to the ship so that he could return to his homeland. As everyone reached the shore, they witnessed a shocking thing. The ship which would send Rahul back had been destroyed, most probably during the battle. Rahul became quite anxious, thinking about some alternate way of his return journey. Now it's my turn to return the favor, said the king. The king asked his loyal men to bring a special box from the palace. The box contained a unique water crystal. Upon using it, water started rising on both the sides like a curtain, creating a tunnel in between. Rahul thanked the king and entered the tunnel. The sound of rushing water, the cool mist in the air, it all seemed magical. Rahul finally entered the tunnel and thus reached the ship in the desert. Chapter 12, Another Shock. The door to return to his homeland was missing. Why did it happen? Nobody knows till date. Rahul felt as if the gods were against him, but little did he know that actually it was a circle of helping hands which was getting completed. The king of the Sand Kingdom was already informed regarding that tale of 500 years ago, and moreover, the Aqua Kingdom presently had also started sharing resources and water with the Sand Kingdom, restoring life here. The king of the Sand Kingdom thanked Rahul as their historical friendship had been rekindled. The king used the sand crystal powers, created sheets of sand on both the sides, and this time, as the sandstorm settled, Rahul finally reached his homeland. Epilogue, The Power of Connections. Rahul narrated the entire tale of the Aqua Kingdom, the battles, and the ultimate victory of unity. The whole town visited the coast searching for that mysterious ship, but surprisingly, it had vanished without a trace, as if it had fulfilled its purpose. Actually, on that day, not just one, but three ships had disappeared, bound by the powerful connections they had forged through kindness, cooperation, and bravery. Rahul, when reached his home, pondered about the dual nature of water, both life giving and destructive. He was amazed that how the same element could nurture the kingdom but causing chaos at the same time. Similarly, the sand, though harsh, could also serve as a crucial resource for building and growth. Rahul realized that the world was interconnected and every action had the power to change the world drastically. Kindness and compassion often return to us in unexpected ways, and actually, it's the connections that hold the ultimate power of healing, progress, and life itself.